Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, and today we have the full chapter summary. So this video will contain spoilers for the upcoming chapter of the Dragon Ball Super manga chapter 77. So if you do not want spoilers, there's your warning. If you're still here, that's on you. So let's go ahead. Part 1. Now, some of it is already covered in the draft pages that we already saw in a previous video, so you can go watch it. I'm just going to continue from where where it's supposed to continue after what we saw in the first few pages that we already covered. So the Cerealians realize that the Saiyans transform thanks to the moon, so one of them concentrates all of his energy to destroy it. One of the Saiyans notices it and tries to stop him, but the Cerealian fires the attack just before the Saiyan catches him, wounding the Saiyan in the forehead. Cerealian's attack destroys the moon, and the Saiyans return to their normal form. The Saiyans who destroyed the moon makes fun of the Saiyans, thinking that they will be very weak now without being transformed, but the Saiyan Taro tells him he is naive if he thinks that, and then he kills the Cerealian easy. Yeah, it was stupid for him to think that they'd be weak just because they weren't in their Ozaru forms. Taro asks the Saiyan Leek if he's okay. Leek says that he was the one to receive the attack from Cerealian. He's upset because the Cerealian's attack is going to leave him a scar. Now, I can't remember if Leek was the one who was with Bardock or if he was the one who was with Paragus in the Broly movie. I need to see him in order to remember him. Back in the church, Granola's mother looks at the Saiyan who has returned to normal too, and yes, it is confirmed that it is Bardock. So a lot of us have speculated whether or not the great ape that we saw for the first time we flashed back to that moment was Bardock, or if it was just another one that happens to have the same scar, but now it's confirmed that yes, it is indeed Bardock. And she attacks him with some key attacks and breaking his shoulder pad and wounding his arm. Bardock then remembers an argument he had with Gine shortly before, so we're getting a flashback within a flashback. We see that Gine told him that their son has already been born and asked Bardock if he's not going to see him before leaving. We see Raditz outside the house playing with other children with some beetles. Gine told Bardock that the baby was in the incubator at the back of the house, and told him that he too must choose the baby's name. Bardock was surprised to see Goku. Gine asked him if it was the first time he saw a baby. Well, that shouldn't be true because, Raditz. Bardock observed his son and decided that his name would be Kakarot. Gine liked the name and hugged the incubator. Bardock watches Granolah and his mother Leek arrives and informs Bardock that the mission is over and the order to retreat has been given. Leek doesn't enter the church, so he can't see Granolah and his mother. Bardock tells Leek that he will go later because he's going to make sure there are no survivors. Leek tells him okay, but he should hurry because it seems that Frieza is going to arrive to the planet soon. Bardock arrives on his scouter and detects a life form with 5 power units in the mountains. At first, Bardock believes it's an animal, but he realizes that it's more intelligent. In a house in the mountains, we see that Monaito hides the 2 Dragon Balls. Suddenly, he realizes that someone is approaching and he prepares to attack by surprise. Okay, so this is interesting. He hides both of them in his house, but how did one of them get outside then? That's whatever. When Bardock enters the house, Monaito attacks him with a cane, but Bardock stops it with one hand. Bardock realizes that Monaito's power has increased to 213 units, so he assumes that Monaito is able to control his fighting power at will. Granola's mother enters the house. Monaito is glad that there are more survivors. Granola's mother introduces herself. Her name is, I can't tell if this is Muesli or Muesli, I don't know. Monaito introduces himself and offers his help. Bardock tells him that they must hide well because Frieza will arrive soon. Monaito is asking him why he's helping despite being a Saiyan, and he says it's just on a whim. Monaito asks his name before he leaves. Bardock tells him his name. Back to the present, Monaito apologizes to Granolah for not telling the truth. I mean, honestly, dude, you should have told him, because if you knew that he was hell-bent on revenge, you could have told him this and just avoided all of this. Okay. Monaito tells Goku that he's just like Bardock. Goku says, me. Monaito asks Goku if Bardock is his friend or something. Goku tells Monaito that he doesn't know much about the Saiyans because he was raised on Earth. And Vegeta says Bardock is your father's name. Now, at first I was wondering how would Vegeta know this, but then I remembered he was with Raditz, so Raditz probably told him. Goku is surprised to hear what Vegeta said. Monaito and Granolah are surprised too. Goku insists that even if the guy Monaito met in the past was his father, he doesn't know anything about that, which is true. After listening to Monaito's story, Vegeta says that it seems Goku has inherited the kindness of his father. I don't think that's necessarily true because, Goku did hit his head, and that's why he became kind. Remember, first he was a savage, then he hit his head, and then he became kind. Now, it is possible that Vegeta doesn't know that Goku hit his head, so I'm not going to get too hung up on that because otherwise it's a contradiction. This is Toyotaro contradicting what was said in Toriyama's manga. So, yeah. Granolah asks Monaito what happened to his mom, and then going back to the past, Bardock is about to leave, but Monaito asks him to wait, and he basically goes on to heal Bardock's arm. Monaito tells him that a more powerful Namekian is capable of instantly restoring someone's strength. He could barely heal someone's wound. Excuse me. Now, this basically confirms that Dende is even more powerful than Monaito because Dende could restore someone to their original strength. So, part 4. Bardock's scooter, I think he meant to say scouter, turns on and detects the presence of other people. Bardock hides among some trees and observes that there are 4 people on the mountain. They are the 4 brothers of the Heater Force. The brothers watch Frieza's ship leave. Elec tells his brothers to contact with the Shugarians to negotiate the price of the planet. Oil asks his brother how much he's going to sell the planet for. Elec says that 100 billion poles would be fine. So I think this is the same currency that we saw Chile and Lemo get when they brought in Broly. And then we also saw Granolah get paid in something that looked like small little poles, like little metal poles, whatever. I think that's what they're referring to. Oil asks Elec how much he's going to give Frieza's army. Elec says 1/10 part. Okay. Maki tells Elec to be careful since Frieza is very intelligent and he has a great battle power. So basically, if the Heater Force is trying to screw Frieza, which how they managed to get away with that, I don't know. Gas tells Elec that one day they will be above Frieza's army. Mosley approaches Bardock and Monaito and asks if there is anyone there. Elec keeps talking. He says that if they cannot defeat Frieza by force, they will do it with intelligence, financial power, and the power of information. Basically, what he already said before, he's just repeating it here. Bardock wonders if the Heater Force is going to betray Frieza. Granolah wakes up and leaves the house looking for his mother. When he sees Bardock's tail, he panics and starts yelling Saiyan. The noise alerts the Heater Force. Monaito launches a shockwave at Granolah to make him lose consciousness. Bardock is very nervous and asks Muesli, again, I don't know, and Monaito to follow his plan. The Heater brothers arrive at the house. There they see Bardock, who is wearing a hooded cloak, about to attack Granolah, Muesli, and Monaito. Elec asks Bardock who is he. Bardock tells him that he has found those survivors and that he is going to kill them. Elec tells him to do it, but Bardock doesn't attack them. Bardock tells Elec that the Namekians have mysterious powers and that they should check it out before killing the Namekian. Suddenly, Elec pulls out a gun and shoots, wounding Mosley. Elec tells Bardock that he is fine with the Namekians, but the other 2 must be killed as soon as possible. So Granola's not going to be happy about this. If he finding out that Elec is basically the one who killed his mom is oof, yeah, that's going to set him off. Bardock angrily attacks the Heater Force, but Gas creates a protective barrier to stop Bardock's attack. Now, this could be a good lead into the fight that they kind of set up between Granolah and Gas, because we did have that sort of mini fight between them where Gas ended up, where Gas basically ended up kind of taking down Granolah. Bardock takes advantage of the smoke to escape. Heater brothers are angry. Bardock and the others are hiding in the forest. Monaito tries to heal Moesli, but he cannot save her. Bardock wonders what the hell he's doing. Monaito asks him what they are going to do now. Elec is very angry. He says that he has no choice but to kill them all. Gas tells him that he will take care of them. Elec tells Gas that he can do it. Meanwhile, they will prepare to welcome Frieza. Elec tells Gas to finish before Frieza arrives. Gas flies away. Back to the present, Elec and Gas talk on the deck of their ship. Elec asks Gas if he remembers what happened 40 years ago, because the guy Gas fought probably was a Saiyan. Well, wait, I thought it was 50. Wait, no, never mind, sorry. Gas tells Elec that he remembers it and says that will not happen again. Elec tells Gas that now he understands this is all a kind of revenge for Gas. Here's the thing, Gas shouldn't be able to pose a threat to Granolah, especially considering what we've seen him do. I mean, he's taken out Ultra Instinct Goku and the new Ultra Ego Vegeta. So it's like, I don't think Gas can really do anything, if I'm being honest. Gas tells Elec that he's stronger now. Elec agrees. Then Elec takes out one of the Dragon Balls and says, well, we have this just in case. And Maki's in the cockpit of the ship. She tells the pilot to hurry up and let's go for the second Dragon Ball. So that's the chapter. Now, overall, it's mostly just a flashback chapter. And other than this, where Vegeta talks about Goku inheriting Bardock's kindness, again, I'm going to assume that Vegeta doesn't know that Goku hit his head, and that's why he's saying this, because you can't really inherit someone's kindness. You learn it as you grow up. That's not something you can just inherit. So, yeah. At least I don't think so. So, with that being said, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. What do you think of the chapter? And if you if you want, look forward to, of course, my actual review of the chapter, which should be out in a couple of days. And again, if we do get panels, I will be covering them here on this channel. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching as always. Hope you enjoyed the vid. Bye for now.